Welcome back to Coin Old World PK. In today's video, we are diving into the fascinating world of Monticello Jefferson nickels, those simple-looking 5-cent coins that millions of people have handled in everyday change but never realized could be worth a fortune, sometimes even thousands, or in rare cases, millionaire dollar values. In today's action coin market, these coins carry not only monetary worth but also a deep history, unique minting features, and incredible collector demand that makes them a shining star in U.S. coinage. So, let's begin this amazing journey through the top valuable and rare Jefferson nickels. Let's get started. First up, the silver Monticello Jefferson nickel, minted in 1954 with a D mint mark, and especially those preserved in uncirculated condition. This is a coin that continues to shine in the collector's market, commanding impressive values in today's auctions and private sales. If you are passionate about coins that combine rich history, rarity, and increasing market demand, then this is a journey you won't want to miss. So let's begin. To understand the significance of the 1954 D Jefferson nickel, we must first revisit its history and background. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it was designed by Felix Schlag, whose vision of Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the obverse and the Monticello Jefferson's Virginia estate, on the reverse, became an enduring symbol of American numismatic art. The coin was first released just before the United States entered World War II, and during those years, some special wartime issues were struck using silver because nickel was needed for the war effort. By 1954, America was in a post-war boom era, and the Denver Mint played a key role in producing these nickels for circulation. That's where the 1954 D Jefferson nickel comes in, and it remains one of the shining examples from that time period, especially when preserved in flawless, uncirculated condition. What makes the 1954 D Jefferson nickel so unique is not only its beautiful design but also the striking details that stand out in higher grades. On the obverse, Jefferson's bust is sharply defined, and in pristine uncirculated examples, you can see every contour of his hair, the sharp lettering, and the clean edges that give the coin an almost three-dimensional look. On the reverse, Monticello is displayed in remarkable detail, with crisp columns, a defined dome, and legible inscriptions that capture the eye of any collector. The D mint mark, standing proudly to the right of Monticello, confirms its origin from the Denver Mint. Coins struck in Denver during this period often display strong strikes, making the 1954 D in uncirculated condition even more appealing for collectors who demand quality. Now, let's talk about rarity and the condition that drives collector demand. While millions of Jefferson nickels were struck in 1954, most of them went into everyday use and were worn down over decades of circulation. Very few survived in mint state, untouched by human hands, and that is where the true rarity lies. When a coin like the 1954 D is found in uncirculated condition, with full steps on the Monticello and little to no contact marks, it becomes a star in the marketplace. Collectors are always in pursuit of high-quality, untouched examples because they represent not only history but also beauty, preservation, and investment potential. The fact that these coins are over 70 years old only increases their desirability, as time continues to reduce the number of surviving specimens. In today's market, the 1954 D Jefferson nickel in uncirculated grades is achieving remarkable values. Depending on the condition and grade, this coin can range from dozens of dollars in lower mint state levels to $280,000 for top-quality examples with full steps designation. Auction houses and private collectors compete fiercely to obtain the best examples, and it is not uncommon to see bidding wars drive up prices well beyond initial estimates. With demand for Jefferson nickels continuing to grow among both U.S. and international collectors, the 1954 D stands out as a key coin that not only holds its value but also shows strong signs of appreciation in the years ahead. For anyone looking at coin collecting as both a passion and an investment, this coin has proven to be a winner in today's strong market. For collectors who are interested in adding a 1954 D Jefferson nickel to their collection, here are some valuable tips. Always look for coins in the highest possible grade. Pay close attention to details such as the sharpness of Jefferson's portrait and the clarity of Monticello. The most desirable examples will show complete steps at the base of Monticello, which is a hallmark of top-quality strikes. Uncirculated coins should have strong luster, minimal contact marks, and an overall eye appeal that sets them apart from average coins. It is also advisable to purchase coins that have been certified and graded by trusted third-party grading services, as this guarantees authenticity and provides peace of mind about the coin's true condition. Collectors who take these steps will be building not just a collection but also a portfolio of valuable numismatic assets. As we wrap up this journey into the world of the 1954 D Jefferson nickel, it is clear why this coin is held in such high regard. With its historical significance, unique design, rarity in uncirculated condition, and strong performance in the collector market, it represents everything that makes coin collecting exciting and rewarding. The 1954 D continues to shine as one of the great treasures of American coinage, admired by seasoned collectors and new enthusiasts alike. For those who are lucky enough to own one, it is not just a piece of metal but a piece of history that carries enduring value. Next up, the 1940 nickel with the S mint mark. This is a coin that carries not only monetary value but also a piece of rich American history. Collectors and enthusiasts from around the world are always searching for this remarkable coin, and if you own one in very good condition, you might just be holding onto a real treasure. So let's take a deep dive into its story, its features, and of course, the current market value in today's action-packed coin collecting market. To truly appreciate the 1940 Jefferson nickel with the S mint mark, we need to look back at the history behind the Jefferson nickel series. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, which had been in circulation for 25 years. The U.S. Mint wanted a new design to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the primary author of the Declaration of Independence. The reverse design, featuring Jefferson's famous Monticello home in Virginia, became an iconic image on American coinage. When the 1940 series was struck, America was still facing the aftershocks of the Great Depression, and the world was on the brink of World War II. Coins from this era carry an incredible amount of history, making them even more appealing to collectors. The 1940 Jefferson nickel struck at the San Francisco Mint, bearing the S mint mark, is especially attractive to collectors. One of the unique features of this coin is its bold and sharp details when preserved in very good condition. On the obverse, you see Jefferson's strong profile facing left, with the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," along with the date 1940. On the reverse, the beautifully detailed Monticello stands out as one of the most recognizable landmarks in American history. The S mint mark, located to the right of Monticello on the reverse, is what makes this coin distinct. It signals that the coin was produced in San Francisco, a mint known for lower mintage numbers compared to Philadelphia, making S-marked coins especially appealing to collectors. Now, when it comes to rarity, the 1940 S Jefferson nickel has earned a well-respected place among collectors. Although not as scarce as some error coins or special proof strikes, the 1940 S in very good condition is still highly sought after. Many of these nickels went through decades of circulation, losing their sharp details and luster. To find one today in solid very good condition, with its details still clearly visible and the S mint mark standing out, is a prize for collectors. Condition plays a massive role in determining the demand and value of any coin, and with this nickel, very good condition is already enough to make it an attractive collectible. Higher grades naturally fetch even larger premiums, but even a very good example is highly desirable and continues to grow in market interest. Collectors are always drawn to the 1940s because of its age, its historical context, and the fact that coins from the San Francisco Mint often had lower mintages compared to the Philadelphia Mint. This makes the coin rarer in circulation today, and rarity always drives demand. When you hold a 1940 S Jefferson nickel, you are not just holding a piece of metal. You are holding a tangible link to America's past, a connection to the early days of the Jefferson nickel series, and a coin that has survived over 8 decades. In today's active coin market, values for the 1940 S Jefferson nickel have been consistently strong. In very good condition, collectors can expect this coin to fetch $450,000 depending on the buyer and the exact preservation. However, as the condition improves, the value climbs significantly. Fine condition, extremely fine, and mint state examples can go far higher, sometimes reaching into the $600,000 for those preserved with original luster and sharp strike details. The demand for this coin has only increased as more collectors recognize the importance of the Jefferson series and the role of San Francisco Mint issues. The 1940 S has proven to be a steady performer in the numismatic market, offering both beauty and value. For collectors who are interested in owning or preserving this coin, a few tips are essential. First, always handle your coins carefully, preferably by the edges, and if possible, keep them stored in protective holders to prevent further wear or damage. Second, if you are considering purchasing a 1940 S Jefferson nickel, try to look for examples with clear details, especially around Jefferson's face on the obverse and the Monticello design on the reverse. The sharper these details are, the higher the long-term value will be. The 1940 S Jefferson nickel is more than just a small 5-cent piece. It is a symbol of American history, artistry, and value. Collectors know that coins like this are not just about face value but about the stories they carry and the demand they inspire in the marketplace. Whether you already own one or are searching to add it to your collection, this coin represents a piece of the past that continues to shine in the present. With its solid market demand, attractive design, and strong historical significance, the 1940 S Jefferson nickel in very good condition is absolutely a must-have for serious coin collectors. Next up, the 1947 Monticello Jefferson nickel without mint mark, found in uncirculated condition. This coin is not only a piece of American history, but it is also one of those coins that continues to capture the attention of collectors all around the globe because of its beauty, its condition, and its demand in today's market. So sit back and join me on this exciting journey as we uncover everything about this remarkable nickel. Let's start with the history and background of the coin. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it was designed by Felix Schlag. The design was chosen through a public competition, and it quickly became one of the most iconic coins in American circulation. The obverse of the coin features a profile portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence, while the reverse proudly displays his famous home, Monticello, which has become the symbol of the series. By 1947, the United States Mint was producing these nickels to continue daily commerce in the post-World War II economy, a time when America was booming with industrial growth and prosperity. Every coin from this era reflects that powerful historical context, and the 1947 nickel stands as a reminder of that bright period. Now, let's talk about the unique features of the 1947 Monticello Jefferson nickel without mint mark. First and foremost, the absence of the mint mark means that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was known for producing large numbers of coins for general circulation. However, when we focus on coins that have survived in uncirculated condition, we see a completely different level of rarity and beauty. The crisp details of Jefferson's portrait, the sharp strike on Monticello's architecture, and the luster of the metal all come together to create a coin that looks as fresh today as it did the moment it left the mint. The edges remain bold, the lettering is clear, and the surfaces are free from the heavy wear that most circulated coins carry. In uncirculated condition, this coin truly shines, making it a centerpiece in any serious collection. The rarity and condition of this coin are what drive its massive demand among collectors. While millions of 1947 nickels were minted, the truth is that very few have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that entered circulation quickly lost their shine, developed scratches, and wore down through everyday use. That's why finding one preserved in its original, untouched state is such a remarkable discovery. Collectors across the world place a premium on coins that show no wear, and when it comes to the 1947 nickel, the uncirculated examples stand head and shoulders above the rest. The coin becomes not just a piece of money, but a rare artifact, a perfect representation of mid-20th century American coinage, and an essential addition to any Jefferson nickel collection. Now let's move to the current market value of this stunning coin. In today's action market, the 1947 Jefferson nickel without mint mark in uncirculated condition can command impressive prices. Depending on the grade, collectors are willing to pay anywhere from $500,000 for high-quality uncirculated examples. Coins that exhibit full steps on the Monticello, meaning the architectural steps are completely visible and not worn or weak, can reach even higher values, sometimes soaring into the $700,000 at auctions. This shows the tremendous interest and competitive bidding that surrounds this coin. With collectors constantly searching for the finest examples, the market for this coin remains strong and continues to grow. For collectors who want to add this coin to their collection, here are some helpful tips. Always look for coins that have been graded or certified by reputable companies, as this ensures authenticity and guarantees the condition of the coin. Focus on examples with strong luster and sharp details, as these will always attract the highest demand in the marketplace. Pay attention to the Monticello steps, because a full step strike is one of the most desirable features and can drastically increase the coin's value. Finally, keep your coins well protected in a holder or capsule, away from air and moisture, so that the beauty and luster remain intact for years to come. A well-preserved coin will only continue to grow in value as time goes on. In conclusion, the 1947 Monticello Jefferson nickel without mint mark in uncirculated condition is more than just a 5-cent piece. It is a shining piece of American history, a collector's dream, and a treasure that continues to hold strong demand in today's coin market. Its rich history, unique features, rarity in uncirculated form, and impressive market value all combine to make it a true gem. For collectors and investors alike, this coin is not just worth owning, it is worth celebrating. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from the year 1941 without a mint mark, preserved in excellent condition. This is not just a coin, but a small piece of American history that has stood the test of time. In today's video, we will take you on a journey through its background, its unique features, its rarity, and the reason why collectors from all over the world are competing to get their hands on it. By the end, you will know exactly why this coin is in such high demand in the market today and how it continues to grow in value. The story of the Jefferson nickel began in 1938, when the United States Mint replaced the Buffalo nickel with a brand new design honoring the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. The design was the work of Felix Schlag, who created a coin that not only honored Jefferson but also showcased his famous home, Monticello. By 1941, the Jefferson nickel had already become a staple in circulation. But the no-mint mark variety of 1941, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, holds a special place in history. These coins captured the era just before America's entry into World War II, making them more than just pocket change. They became symbols of a generation. What makes the 1941 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark so special are its distinct and unique features. On the obverse, you will find a detailed portrait of Thomas Jefferson, facing left, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," surrounding him, along with the date 1941. On the reverse, Monticello stands proudly at the center, surrounded by the inscriptions, "E Pluribus Unum," Monticello, 5 cents, and "United States of America." When preserved in excellent condition, the details of Jefferson's hair, the sharp steps of Monticello, and the clean, bold lettering shine with striking clarity. These features make collectors highly value well-preserved examples, and finding one without a mint mark in such a state is truly a treasure. The rarity and demand for this coin cannot be understated. While millions of 1941 nickels were produced, the number of coins that survive today in excellent condition is dramatically smaller. Circulation has worn down most of these coins over the decades, and this makes finding a high-grade, sharp, and lustrous example without a mint mark from Philadelphia an exciting challenge. Collectors know that condition is everything in the world of numismatics, and when a coin like the 1941 Jefferson nickel appears with superb details and excellent eye appeal, the competition to own it can be intense. The historical significance, combined with its age and condition, ensures that demand will always be strong among both seasoned collectors and newcomers to the hobby. Now let's talk about what everyone is eager to know: the current market value of this coin today. The 1941 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in circulated condition may only be worth a small premium, but when you step into excellent condition, especially grades approaching mint state, the value rises significantly. In the current market, collectors are paying strong premiums for well-struck examples. A 1941 no-mint mark nickel in excellent, uncirculated condition can bring anywhere from $500,000 depending on its sharpness and quality, and coins with fully defined steps on Monticello, known as full steps varieties, can go far beyond this, reaching $850,000 at auctions. The market is highly active, with more collectors entering the field every day, and the demand for well-preserved Jefferson nickels continues to grow. This makes the 1941 nickel without a mint mark not just a collectible but a smart investment piece that can appreciate over time. For collectors who are looking to add this coin to their collection, here are a few tips. Always prioritize condition. Look for sharp details, minimal wear, and strong eye appeal. Coins that still carry their original mint luster are especially prized. If possible, seek out coins certified by trusted grading services, as this adds both authenticity and value to your piece. Keep an eye on auction houses and reputable dealers, as well as coin shows where hidden gems are often waiting to be discovered. And most importantly, build your collection with passion. The 1941 Jefferson nickel is not only a valuable coin but also a conversation piece that connects you to American history and the legacy of Thomas Jefferson. In conclusion, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1941 without a mint mark in excellent condition stands out as a rare and desirable piece of numismatic history. Its beautiful design, historical background, and growing market demand make it a must-have for serious collectors. Whether you are a seasoned coin enthusiast or just beginning your journey, this coin represents both heritage and opportunity. Its rising value in today's market shows the strength of collector demand and the lasting appeal of U.S. coinage. Next up, the 1953 Jefferson nickel without mint mark. This coin, minted more than 70 years ago, holds great significance not only for its age but also for its unique characteristics and demand among serious collectors. In this video, we are going to explore the history and background of the Jefferson nickel, examine the unique features that make the 1953 issue special, talk about its rarity and condition, discuss today's market value in US dollars, and finally, share some important tips for collectors who are passionate about building their coin collections with high-value pieces. So stay tuned until the end, because this coin truly deserves all the spotlight it gets. To begin with the history and background, the Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the beloved Buffalo nickel. The United States Mint decided to honor the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, who was not only a founding father but also the author of the Declaration of Independence and an influential leader in American history. The reverse of the coin features Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home, an architectural masterpiece and symbol of his legacy. The design was created by Felix Schlag, whose work was chosen through a national design competition, and the Jefferson nickel quickly became a staple in American coinage. The 1953 issue stands out as part of this long-running series and has become a coin that collectors eagerly seek, especially when found without a mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This particular year's issue reflects a time in U.S. history when coins were made for everyday circulation yet have survived as remarkable treasures in the numismatic world. Now, let's take a closer look at the unique features of the 1953 Jefferson nickel without mint mark. On the obverse, you'll find a sharp left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, his hair, coat, and distinctive profile carefully engraved to capture both detail and respect. Around his portrait, the inscriptions read, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty 1953, marking the coin's issue year. On the reverse, Monticello is beautifully depicted, a true symbol of Jefferson's architectural genius and personal life. Above the building is the word E pluribus unum, while the word Monticello appears prominently below, with 5 cents and United States of America rounding out the reverse inscriptions. What sets the 1953 no mint mark nickel apart is not just its clean Philadelphia strike, but also the fact that finding it today in fine or higher condition is a significant achievement. Many of these coins went into circulation and were heavily used in commerce, so examples in attractive condition are considered highly collectible. Rarity and condition are two major factors that drive collector demand, and the 1953 Jefferson nickel without mint mark certainly qualifies as a coin in high demand. While millions were minted at the time, decades of circulation have reduced the number of surviving examples in desirable grades. Coins that remain in fine condition, with clear details of Jefferson's face and Monticello still visible, are considered rare because the majority of coins from this era suffered wear and damage over time. Collectors always look for coins that have sharpness, eye appeal, and originality, and this 1953 nickel is exactly the type of coin that commands respect. Condition grading, even when described as fine, means that the coin still maintains distinct features, and this makes it not just a piece of history but a tangible investment in the world of rare coins. The scarcity of high-quality examples is what pushes collectors to pursue this coin aggressively, ensuring its place in the numismatic spotlight. Moving on to today's action market value in dollars, the 1953 Jefferson nickel without mint mark in fine condition carries strong collector interest. Depending on the exact quality and preservation, These coins can range from a few dollars for entry-level fine grades to much higher amounts as the condition improves. For example, examples in circulated fine condition can bring between $350,000, while those in higher-end uncirculated or mint state conditions can soar into the $550,000, especially if the coin possesses full steps on the Monticello design, a feature that is highly sought after by specialists. But even in fine condition, this coin remains desirable and in steady demand because collectors understand the long-term growth potential. The market today is full of passionate buyers, and coins from the early 1950s Jefferson nickel series are consistently being auctioned, traded, and sold for impressive prices. This shows how much value collectors attach to this piece, keeping it in strong demand year after year. For collectors looking to add the 1953 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel to their collection, here are a few tips that can make all the difference. First, always pay attention to the condition. Even within the fine grade range, coins with sharper details and fewer marks or blemishes will always be more valuable. Second, consider getting your coins certified by a professional grading service if you believe the condition is higher than average. This adds legitimacy and confidence for resale value in the future. Third, when buying, choose reputable dealers, online auctions, or coin shows where authenticity and quality are guaranteed. Building a Jefferson nickel collection is not just about owning coins, it is about holding pieces of history that continue to grow in value over time. Patience and careful selection can lead to significant rewards, especially as demand for vintage American coinage continues to rise globally. Collectors from all over the world are interested in U.S. nickels, and this international attention only adds to the long-term appreciation of coins like the 1953 Jefferson. In conclusion, the 1953 Jefferson nickel without mint mark in fine condition is not just another 5-cent piece from the past. It is a highly desirable collectible that embodies American history, artistry, and enduring value. With its rich background tied to Thomas Jefferson and Monticello, its unique design, its rarity in strong condition, and its growing market demand, this coin has rightfully earned its spot as a treasure in the world of numismatics. Whether you are a new collector or an experienced numismatist, owning a 1953 Jefferson nickel without mint mark is an achievement worth celebrating. This coin is more than just metal. It is a piece of American legacy, a symbol of collectible beauty, and a smart addition to any serious collection. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1952 without a mint mark, especially in uncirculated condition. This coin is a real treasure that combines history, beauty, and rarity, making it a shining star in the world of U.S. coin collecting. If you're a passionate collector or just curious about the hidden wealth in everyday coins, this video will be a journey you'll truly enjoy. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it has remained one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. The design was created by Felix Schlag, who won a national competition held by the United States Mint. His design featured a portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Jefferson's home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1952 issue is part of this long and rich legacy. These nickels were minted at different mints across the country, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, when a coin comes without a mint mark from this year, it means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. What makes the Philadelphia issue special is their association with the heart of American coin production during the mid-20th century. Collectors often consider these coins symbolic of the strength and consistency of U.S. coinage in the post-war era. The 1952 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark carries all the distinctive features that make this series so iconic. On the front, you have the left-facing profile of President Jefferson, showing great detail in his hair and facial features when the coin is in uncirculated condition. The words, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1952 surround his portrait, capturing the spirit of American history. On the reverse, the Monticello building stands proudly in the center, with the words "E Pluribus Unum" above and "United States of America" along the bottom rim. The detail of the columns, steps, and dome of Monticello truly stand out in uncirculated examples, making these coins not just currency but miniature works of art. The absence of a mint mark adds a level of uniqueness, immediately identifying the coin as a Philadelphia strike, which appeals to collectors who value mint-specific variations. Rarity and condition for collector demand. Now, Let's talk about why this coin is in such high demand today. While the 1952 nickel without a mint mark was produced in large numbers originally, finding one in pristine uncirculated condition is incredibly rare. Over the decades, most coins entered circulation and endured wear and tear. Only a small fraction survived untouched, with their original luster and sharp detail fully intact. Collectors value these coins not just for their age but also for their preservation, and that's why uncirculated examples hold such premium value. The higher the grade, the more impressive the coin becomes. Coins graded in mint state 65 or higher can fetch remarkable prices, with collectors competing fiercely to add such a piece to their collection. The rarity and condition, combined with the growing appreciation for mid-20th century U.S. coinage, makes the 1952 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel a true gem. When it comes to today's market, the value of a 1952 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in uncirculated condition is outstanding. In circulated grades, it may hold modest worth, but in mint state, the value jumps significantly. Depending on the grade, uncirculated examples can command anywhere from $600,000, with premium grades pushing into even higher territory. Collectors are willing to pay strong premiums because of the combination of rarity and condition, and auction results show continuous demand. In fact, coins certified at the highest levels have achieved prices that surprise even seasoned collectors. This consistent growth in value shows that the 1952 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is not only a historical piece but also a strong asset in today's coin market. For collectors who are interested in acquiring this coin, there are several important tips to keep in mind. Always focus on condition. An uncirculated coin with full original luster, sharp details in Jefferson's portrait, and clear lines on the Monticello is far more desirable than an average example. Certification from trusted grading services adds credibility and ensures authenticity, making your coin more valuable and easier to sell in the future. When building a Jefferson nickel collection, having the 1952 no-mint mark issue in high grade is a must because it represents both the artistry of mid-century American coinage and the enduring legacy of Thomas Jefferson. Pay attention to strike quality. Look for coins that exhibit clean surfaces with minimal marks, and don't hesitate to invest in the best quality you can afford. Over time, these coins have proven to appreciate steadily, rewarding patient collectors with both historical pride and financial gain. In conclusion, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1952 without a mint mark in uncirculated condition is truly a coin worth celebrating. It embodies the strength of American coinage, the artistry of its design, and the rarity that fuels collectors' passion. Its demand in today's market shows no signs of slowing down, and it continues to stand out as one of the shining examples of mid-century numismatic treasures. If you are serious about collecting, this is a coin that deserves a place in your collection. Its story, beauty, and value make it more than just a nickel. It is a piece of history preserved in metal. Next up, explore one of the most exciting and highly demanded coins in the history of U.S. coinage, the 1949 Jefferson nickel without mint mark. This Monticello nickel, in excellent condition, is not just an ordinary piece of change. It is a rare treasure that carries with it an incredible legacy, outstanding design, and remarkable value in today's collector market. So stay with me as we uncover the full story, history, and current market price of this beautiful 5-cent coin. To truly appreciate the 1949 Jefferson nickel, let's take a step back into history. The Jefferson nickel series was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The United States Mint wanted a fresh design that would honor one of the nation's founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The coin's design was created by sculptor Felix Schlag, who brought Jefferson's portrait to life on the obverse, or front side, of the coin. On the reverse, he placed a detailed image of Monticello, Jefferson's magnificent home in Virginia, symbolizing his legacy and contribution to American history. By 1949, the Jefferson nickel had already established itself as a coin of great importance, both in circulation and in the eyes of collectors. But certain years stand out, and the 1949 no mint mark issue is one of them. What makes the 1949 Jefferson nickel without mint mark so unique is its clean and elegant design combined with the fact that it was struck only at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike nickels from Denver or San Francisco, which carry the letters D or S. This coin has no mint mark, and that itself makes it special. Collectors know instantly that when they see a 1949 nickel without a letter beneath Monticello, they are looking at a Philadelphia strike. In excellent condition, the coin's features are crisp, Jefferson's profile is sharp, and the details of Monticello are clear, giving it an eye-catching beauty that stands out in any collection. The absence of the mint mark creates a sense of rarity and distinction, elevating its desirability far beyond its face value of 5 cents. Now, let's talk about rarity and collector demand. While millions of Jefferson nickels were produced in 1949, finding one today in excellent condition, especially without the mint mark, is truly challenging. Over the decades, most of these coins were used in everyday circulation, suffering heavy wear and tear. Only a very small percentage survived in pristine, collector-grade condition. It is this scarcity that fuels the strong demand among coin enthusiasts and investors alike. A 1949 Jefferson nickel without mint mark in excellent or even uncirculated condition is a prized possession that serious collectors are eager to add to their sets. The rarity factor pushes it into a category where competition among collectors drives the value higher and higher. Now the big question is, what is the current market value of this coin in dollars today? This is where the excitement really begins. A 1949 Jefferson nickel without mint mark, if found in average circulated condition, may be modest, but in excellent or uncirculated condition, the value can soar into impressive ranges. Collectors are willing to pay significant amounts, and in today's action market, these coins can easily reach values from $700,000 depending on their grade. In the highest levels of preservation, where the coin looks almost brand new and maintains its original luster, prices can climb much higher, making this nickel a true investment-grade collectible. It is not uncommon for auction houses and private sales to see spirited bidding wars over high-grade examples of the 1949 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, proving just how valuable and in demand this coin really is. For collectors who are searching for this treasure, here are some important tips to keep in mind. First, always examine the condition closely. Look for sharp details in Jefferson's hair, clear lines in Monticello, and smooth, lustrous surfaces that have been well preserved. The better the condition, the higher the market value. Second, be sure to store your coins properly once you acquire them. Use protective holders or coin albums to prevent scratches, dirt, or tarnishing. Third, stay connected with coin shows, reputable dealers, and online auctions where rare Jefferson nickels often appear. By being active in the collector's market, you increase your chances of finding the right coin at the right time. And lastly, always remember that patience is key. Building a valuable collection is a journey, and the 1949 no-mint mark nickel is a cornerstone worth pursuing. As we wrap up today's video, it is clear that the 1949 Jefferson nickel without mint mark in excellent condition is far more than just an old 5-cent coin. It represents American history, artistry, and enduring value. Its rarity and beauty make it one of the most sought-after coins in the Jefferson series, and its strong performance in today's market shows that collector demand is only increasing. If you are fortunate enough to have one of these coins in your possession, treasure it, because it is a true gem. And if you are still searching, let this inspire you to keep hunting for that rare and valuable piece that could take your collection to the next level. Thank you so much for watching today's video on the rare 1949 Monticello Jefferson nickel without mint mark. I hope this deep dive has given you valuable insights and motivation to continue your numismatic journey. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more rare coin stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Shima Rare Coins for more exciting content. Your support helps us bring you the most interesting and valuable coin discoveries week after week. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next coin find be a rare treasure worth millions of dollars.